Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, where we get to things that we didn't get to on the show. So you may have seen Wally updating us on his trip to Ghana, Africa with Compassion International. He's been posting a couple of videos, and he's already been a lunch lady at one point, got his hair cut by a kid
His
in Ghana.
voice sounds gone.
Yeah. It sounds like he might have gotten sick. I'm not really sure. I do know that he sent me a text. I think it was yesterday, and it sounds like, which he was already dealing with a kidney stone, so I don't really know how that's going. What did he say? Where did it go?
He makes it sound like kidney stones take so much longer to pass for him. In my head, I always thought that a kidney stone was there, and then you were like, sharp pain, push, like a pregnant woman.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
But he made it sound like it could be a month before anything happens.
Right. It sounds like he's gonna have a lot of stories to tell. He texted me yesterday saying 4 of our people went down. 1 lady is really bad.
Oh,
Then
so it sounds like there is.
Then our bus broke down.
Oh,
yeah. So it'll be interesting to hear some of the details that he has to share with us later. But anyways, you can always keep up with him. When you text the word Africa to 91979, you can see the most recent post that he has been blogging on. That's Africa to 91979. Gavin, did you do anything fun on a long weekend?
We had hibachi for dinner on Friday. Then on Saturday, what did we do? We did something in the afternoon. Oh, we went to a hike. And then we had dinner at our friend's house, so that was busy. And then we got home, and then yesterday we went to Kentucky and played golf with some other friends. So it was actually, for us and a kid, busy weekend. So yeah. I'm like tired going into this week.
Yeah. Well, mine was the complete opposite. I started feeling puny about Wednesday afternoon.
Does that mean sick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got some kind of head cold, which was perfect timing because I took off Thursday and Friday. So I got together with my small group on Wednesday night, and I was starting to feel a little bit like my throat is scratchy. I feel like my nose is starting to close up, all these things. But I went anyway, and I had a great time. But then the very next day I woke up, and I had plans to go with my friend to go deliver Meals on Wheels things, and just horrible head congestion. So I was sneezing and all the fun things. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Finally Sunday, I felt better.
Perfect
timing for me to come back to work.
I wouldn't have guessed. Like when you came in, we both looked tired, like, oh, Monday. Mm-hmm. But knowing if you went through that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And I had so many plans, and I didn't get to do any of them. And I don't know. I get so frustrated because this is like the 4th time I feel like it's happened where I take time off and I get sick.
You kind of skipped over the holidays this last time around?
Yeah, I did, but I was super careful with the holidays. But the thing is I feel like everyone around me is coughing and gagging, and I help with the kids at my church, which doesn't help.
The flu was really bad this time.
Yeah, the flu was bad
this season.
Yeah, I just was so angry because I was like, so that happened all the days that I had for vacation.
Did those days have any redemptive qualities to them while feeling sick, where you're like, okay, I still enjoyed watching these movies, this TV show, reading a book, praying?
I learned a little bit more with crochet. I'm trying to learn that and do better. But it just takes time, and it's really tough with 2 cats because they want to just play with the yarn. So I'm constantly having to bat them away.
And you don't have a place to like put them.
No.
Like you don't have a door to shut to a crocheting room.
Nope. So anyways, that was my long weekend. But Gavin brought up something to me that we are going to talk about in the Aftercast. I think it's interesting. It's a quiz.
Yes, it's a personality trait quiz, and it's finding out what your toxic trait is. Mm-hmm. So that's something that nobody... I don't know if anyone wants to know their toxic trait, and if you do, that's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these, I was expecting something different than what I ended up getting. But maybe we can go through, like, I wrote down 4 questions.
Yeah.
And maybe see how we answered them.
Okay.
And then you took it twice.
Yeah, I took one for me and one for Wally.
Because we want to know what the internet thinks Wally's toxic trait is. So the first one that I wrote down was, what is your worst fear? And then it's interesting because then I think these are good personality questions. The options are being humiliated, being a burden, being wrong, or being alone. So I would say I started off by saying being humiliated is worse to me than being alone or burden.
Wow.
I know I'm wrong half the time for the most part, and that's okay with me.
I put down the same answer for Wally.
Being humiliated?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yes. Being humiliated, because I think about when he did that stand-up comedy, and he still doesn't want to talk about it because it was that bad and painful for him. For me, I put being a burden.
Okay.
Because I was even thinking about this the other day where I was like, what if something happened to me? Who would take care of me? And then I would be a burden for them. It's not healthy.
Okay.
But, that's what my brain does when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, and I just I would rather consistently be somebody who is in the background of a certain situation, and then being humiliated, puts you in the forefront of a thing, which I'm like, I don't necessarily want to be in the limelight. And I don't want to be in the limelight for like a mistake or something like that. That's something where it's like spotlight, but a bad spotlight.
Yeah.
I can handle a good spotlight because you're like, oh, thank you very much. But yeah, being humiliated, it's tough. Next one that I wrote down, do you secretly feel like you're better than people?
For Wally, I said all the time.
The top one, yes, and I'm not secret about it.
Yeah. For me, I put sometimes, but I'm not going to say it out loud. But typically, no.
Yeah. I wrote the same thing.
So you do? You think you're better than most people, but you just don't say it out loud?
Yeah. It's not like it's not like a core belief per se.
Yeah.
But it is something where I catch myself thinking it every once in a while. And maybe it's in situations where people it's not fair to compare your like the best version of yourself to people who are in their, let's say, like worst moment. If I'm at a grocery store with my kid and I'm like, oh, my kid's being good, I'm being a good dad, and then I see someone who's like maybe yelling at their kids or something, then I'm sitting there going, I'm a good dad. What a good moment. Or if I'm watching a TikTok of a bad parent, I'm like, at least I'm better than that.
I knew that I thought moms were pretty judgmental with other moms, but it sounds like men are the same.
I think we definitely can be. You also want to be a cool dad. And that's some moments when you're like, okay, I think my son likes me more. There are times when this plays out even between like my wife and I, where it's like, okay, like I'm a better person than my wife sometimes, and she is. And I can only say that because she's that 90% of the time compared to me.
What did you get as your toxic trait?
I ended up. It's your toxic trait is thinking a lot.
Huh.
So thinking too much.
You didn't think you would get that?
Not necessarily. I wasn't. It doesn't like tell you what the options were, but it's like your hobbies include dwelling, ruminating, possibly even having existential crises.
Oh wow!
And I think that's very true. That I'm like way more in my head than
most.
Maybe more than most people, and it's been the case forever too. Now that I think about it, like going back to moving around a lot. And coming into new schools and new situations is that you spend a lot of time by yourself, and especially like moving around, you spend a lot of time by yourself. And so when you're by yourself a lot, you only have you to keep you company. And so you're going to be thoughtful, or I spend a lot of time thinking about like past mistakes, future situations that could go wrong. I'm way more pessimistic than I am optimistic. One of the questions,
sounds like it's ruminating then.
Yeah, it's one of the questions is glass half empty, half full, and I think I'm more of a half empty guy.
Really,
for the most part.
Interesting. Okay. Do you feel like because you've had these health issues lately? Do you feel like some of that is tied to your, would you say, anxiety?
Yeah, I think so, and I've been told by therapist that it's very possible. I don't get a lot of sleep in general. So I think that there's a possibility that a lot of things could just be tied to the mental side of things.
You don't feel like your siblings helped with like
Oh, they did.
pulling you out?
I think that we were a trio of people that were good to each other, but I don't know if we were as good at being like there for each other at a young age. I think we kind of just handled our emotions on our own. We've been much better adults to each other as friends than we were as kids when it comes to talking on a more adult real level. Whereas, if I'm 15, Josh is 12 and Mary's 10, back in the day, it was kind of just there together and not in a bad way.
Do you see any of your ruminating or anxiety typical traits in them?
Oh yeah. My brother and I think more so my brother, like, sort of both have a hard time asking for help in general. Like that's something I'm just pretty bad at is stuff that I'll just try and handle on my own, but I don't do it very well. But then I think, okay, like and maybe this is where, going back to being a burden. Sometimes you feel like it's a burden to ask for help because it makes you look incapable
or
I
weak
guess, or weak. Or just like you don't know what you're doing. So it's easier.
Do you think your mom or your dad were like that?
I don't know. It's hard because I compare when I think of them. I think of them being the parents that they were and like the really good parents that they were and always having the right answer. I very rarely thought that they were wrong about a lot of things growing up, even in the way that they handled certain things. I could be a teenager and be like, but at the end of the day, I'd be like, they're probably right about this. But I don't know how they were when it came to this stuff, like at my age, because I just felt like they were always good at handling everything. So I'd be curious to know what they think.
Yeah. So okay, so yours. What else did it say about your toxic trait?
Okay. While being, it's like, okay, let's see here. You're clearly a very thoughtful person who cares deeply about your impact on others, but it sounds like you could be struggling with overanalyzing everything, from past mistakes to future stuff. This can lead to mental health challenges like anxiety and depression. While being thoughtful and considerate is admirable, our advice to you is to go easy on yourself. Try underthinking for once. And it's funny because what we talked about your news today was about
Attention span?
Attention span. And it had even at one point mentioned practice boredom. And I am bad at being bored and just kind of sitting comfortably with things, because if I have quiet time or if I have a slow down pacing, then I'm just like thinking way too much about bad things.
Interesting.
So I think that's a thing I could get better at, is being better at being bored and thinking a little bit less. It mentions, was it? Because it gives you a little tip. It says, stop and smell the roses at least once a day this week. Pause and notice something, like really notice it, whether it's like a sound or something that you see or something that you feel, which I think we talked about.
Oh, like yeah. Grounding.
So that's it. That's their big advice, is to ground and try and calm down a little bit.
And you didn't think that would fit you?
No, it does.
It does. Now that you read more about it, you're like, yeah.
I'm a mess.
Okay, let's start with Wally's, because I think, it's a given. His came out to be too cocky.
Oh, wow.
So it said to try complimenting someone every day and being genuine about it. I will say this, when it comes to Wally, he is cocky, but he's also an Enneagram 8. And so he's very confident in who he is as a person. And he's ready to be proven wrong if he thinks that you know more than he does. But that's a big if, okay? And I will say, once you make it into his circle, he is genuinely kind, looks out for you, will take the brunt to protect you like a typical 8 would. He's great about complimenting you if you're in his circle. However, if you are not in his circle, he sees you as a threat, and he will not compliment you. That makes it sound like it's a hard black or white line. It's not. But he is good about complimenting people. It's just that he's definitely complimentary of the people in his life that he loves. But I think it said that the big reason that people that are too cocky don't compliment someone typically is because they feel like it's downplaying themselves. And I guess they just don't want to come across as weak to that person. But anyways, it also pointed out that when you compliment someone, you will find that it brings you joy as well. So bringing someone joy will bring you joy. So if you find yourself saying, man, me and Wally have a lot in common, you may want to take heed to what I just said. Now, if you think that you and I seem to have a lot in common, our toxic trait is caring about others a little too much. Now, I don't know if I agree with this, so I sound like Gavin. So, Gavin, I'm going to read this to you. You tell
Sure.
me. Because I will say that I tend to be a people pleaser. That is true. However, not all the time. Because I think there are some people where I'm like, you've burned me enough. I'm done.
You've excelled at the boundaries in the last. Do you think that you've excelled at, because you talk about it, and I think it's a good thing that you don't learn early on in life, is creating healthy boundaries, where I think that you know your capacity better than some people.
I think that's come with age.
Yeah.
Like I was always told, once you hit 40, you just stop caring about what other people think. And I wouldn't say that I'm fully there yet, but I will say I can tell a difference in how I am now compared to when I was in my 20s and my 30s. I don't care so much about what others think about me anymore. I still care, though, to some degree, of course. But yeah, I tend to people please. But if you burn me too much, it takes too much energy from me, and I'm done. But it said in this, if you find yourself people pleasing, remember that the people who love you most will want you to prioritize your own happiness. So you need to, and this is where I think I fall off the wagon. It says, try making a decision and not doubting yourself. But I find myself constantly making decisions. I'm fine with making decisions. But maybe it's only with certain people. I don't know. Because I always hear all the time where there's women, like Wally says it about his wife, Marty. She can't make a decision to save her life when it comes to like interior design and where they need to go eat. I, though, can.
Yeah.
Like you tell me, here's the money, or here's where we're going to go out and eat. Where do you want to go? I'll tell you where I want to go eat.
Do you think that is...
But I've always been that way.
Do you think that that's more due to like independence, where like a decision for the most part primarily impacts you, as opposed to, I don't know, if you're somebody making a decision that impacts like a spouse, or if you're making, but I don't know, you say that it's easier to make, it's not hard for you to make decisions with a friend
I'll tell
group.
you what it is. I'll tell you one example. So I started this thing years ago where when I get with my friends and we can't decide where we want to go, I just started saying, okay, you name 3 places and I'll choose from those 3 places. Because we're both going to be happy in that scenario. Because you don't want to make the decision for everyone, because then you seem like you're bossy and you have to have it your way. So doing this trick helps everyone. However, I will say I have been in situations where someone seems to want it their way all the time, and it's their way or no way, and they tend to think that their opinion is what matters most and they don't care about anyone else. That's where I get stubborn and I'm like, no, I don't want to go there. So I don't know if that's maybe it's stubbornness, maybe it's independence. I don't really know, but I think I people please for the people that I care about. But if you don't care to please me, why should I care to please you?
No, and that is super healthy too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's something too, because you're a peacemaker in your 9-ness.
Yes.
When it comes to your Enneagram personality, but
I have a wing 8.
I know, and that's health. That's also great. I still don't.
But in
know
my
what I
head,
am.
oh, I know what you are. You're a 6.
What did that mean again?
You prepare for the worst case scenario.
Hey.
Okay. So you think ahead in advance, and I think we've heard about that at the earlier of this Aftercast, that you fall into that group, that category. You're super loyal, even when people aren't giving you back what you deserve, you still stay with it.
Mhm.
Like Joy is a 6.
Yeah.
Wing 7. I think you're a 6, wing 5.
What does the 5 mean again?
5 is information. You love
I
reading.
do.
You want to know all the information ahead of time. You can swing
I do.
7. I've seen you swing 7 where it's kind of like you're not fly by the seat of your pants, but you're always up for a good time. Like this whole driving to Kentucky to go golfing or seeing your friends over the week. Like a lot of people won't do that. To me, that comes across as like a 7 to me.
I like being compared to Joy today.
Okay.
That makes me feel good.
But I would say that you probably swing more wing 5 than 7.
6 wing 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, 6 wing 5. Okay, let's move to birthdays.
Woo-hoo.
We've got Robin, who wants to wish her son Tyler a happy birthday. He's turning 18. Oh, he turned 18 on the 12th. Happy belated birthday, Tyler.
Happy birthday, bud.
Said Tyler is an amazing young man who is smart and hardworking. He loves working on trucks and has taught himself so much about electrical wiring and systems. We are so beyond proud of him. Wow. He sounds like the go-getter type. Good for him. And then Mimi wants to wish her daughter, Callie, a happy birthday. Callie is an amazing girl with a heart for God. She turned 15, let's see, on Saturday. She turned 15 on Saturday. She loves listening to The Wally Show and has been listening for years now. I want to surprise her with a birthday shout out. Aw.
Let's go, girl.
I hope you were surprised. Oh, wait. I said, oh, no, I got that right. Callie is the name of the daughter. Happy birthday, Callie.
Happy birthday.
All right. Our question is, this one is from Robin. If AI could instantly teach you one skill, what would you choose?
Oh, do you know yours yet?
Yes.
Okay. I wrote down just like knowing how to work with hardware, like tools.
Oh.
Understanding a car a little bit better. If
Mhm.
there's an issue that needs fixing, having the drive and the know-how. Like if my washer goes down,
Yep.
I have to call somebody. I don't
Mm.
have the drive, and I don't have the skills to just open that thing. Like I wouldn't know where to start with opening it up. I could just watch a YouTube video. So I wish I knew how to use tools
Okay.
and
That's a
how
good
to
one.
how to fix things. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I really love psychology. I love to know why people do the things that they do. So a friend of mine, Kelsey, you've probably heard me talk about her. She says some of the funniest things.
Oh, it's been a minute, though.
It has been a minute. But anyways, she opened my eyes to the art of reading body language because she really unhealthily got into the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation.
Do you feel like though that you got it into the
she took
Reynolds
it she took it to a whole nother level, and she will admit that, okay? But she would watch, her and her mom both would watch these YouTube videos, and it was all about this guy who learned about body language and what it's saying. And I guess he served on some like judge panels or something, I don't know, where he can read people's body language and tell you if they're lying or not. And so my friend and her mom would watch these videos and they'd be like, oh, yep, that means so-and-so. And they learned so much. And it opened my eyes to it. And I was like, I would love to learn that, like people's body language. Like if you're doing that, what does that mean?
Yeah. Like I know that there's an easy one when it comes to they'll talk about like when people are lying, like what their go-to
They don't make eye
things
contact.
are. Don't make eye contact. A little stuff,
stammering.
something like that. I know that the eye contact thing is one of the better ones.
About nervousness, I think. I
But
don't know.
What do you want to be able to use this for? Like if body language, what do you want to gain from that?
I think it comes from maybe just being nosy, but I love There's no. I love people watching. Like I could sit in an airport all day and watch people. Love it. I could make up stories about them, but this would just add even more spice to the stories. If I can read their body language, I could be like, oh. Or if I could learn how to lip read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I watched a girl on TikTok do this because she was deaf and she learned how to lip read. That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm terrible
Then I
at
could get in
that.
on people's conversations and be like, oh, he's breaking up with her and he cheated. I would just love all of that.
You would love that.
I would. I really would.
What a weird power to have over nothing.
Well, they
But
asked,
still.
and so I told them.
No, I like it.
Anyways, all right, guys. Well, that's it for our Aftercast. We will be back tomorrow. And as always, thanks for being a potty.